A crisis has arisen. Unity's undercover operatives are being killed off by an unknown...
Damn. Hello. Bruno, how's France? Did you collect any new bullet holes? I know how you love to be shot at. I'm teasing. I'm glad you're not damaged. Did you at least encounter an exotic temptress or two? Really? What was her name? What do you mean you don't remember? That's horrible. Of course, I'm famished. Are you buying? Then it's a date. Let's say Maximilian's in half an hour. Ciao. I'm not very happy, you know. It's not like I thought it would be.
I never promised it would be as exhilarating as your former trade, only that it would keep you out of jail and make it easier to sleep at night.
More wine?
You're the first female operative Unity has ever employed. The committee is old-fashioned. They need time to get used to the idea of a woman in this line of work.
I know all that, but at this rate I'll be a bloody grandmother before they give me a real assignment.
You can always go back to burglary and pickpocketing if you can't live without excitement.
Damn it, that's not what I'm saying. I just want to be challenged. I'm sick of wiretaps. I'm sick of eavesdropping on boring strangers who may or may not pose some trivial threat to international security because they forgot to declare a ham sandwich at Heathrow. I don't have the patience for it. It's not what I'm good at.
It's never fun paying one's dues, but we all have to endure a bit of frustration and tedium now and then. It builds character.
I think I've paid my bloody dues.
Is that what you think? God knows I loathe sermons, but I'll tell you right now that you'll never stop paying your dues. Not ever. I'm sorry you're not happy, but you might as well get used to it. Nobody owes you a damn thing.
You make it sound like I'm some spoiled child. I'm not asking to be coddled. I just want a chance to prove myself.
You're right. I know it's been hard for you, but I'm confident you'll get your chance. All the petty politics in the world won't hold you back.
They've done an outstanding job so far, haven't they?
You see? What did I tell you?
Probably just one of the committee members needing a babysitter on short notice.
Ye of little faith. I'll see you there.
Why don't we go together?
I've an errand to attend to first. You go on ahead.
Good afternoon, Miss Archer. They're expecting you in the briefing room.
Agent Archer, how thoughtful of you to join us. I hope we aren't inconveniencing you too awfully with matters of international security.
Not at all, Mr. Smith, but it's charming of you to mention it.
It is not my ambition to be charming.
Well, that's fortunate.
I would advise you to watch your tongue. Well, if it isn't the inimitable Agent Lowry.
Sorry I'm late, Smithy. You're looking dapper today.
Spare me the disingenuous flattery, old boy. It doesn't suit you.
I was being sincere. It was the one polite thing I could think to say.
You're still upset with me, aren't you? I assure you I have nothing against you personally. You've served us well for many years, but perhaps too many. I firmly believe it is in Unity's best interest that you retire from field operations, and I will continue to campaign to that end until you accept an administrative position.
I'm not upset with you, Smithy. I just don't like you. I do understand your concern, but just because you're too old for the field doesn't mean that I am. Until I'm declared unfit for duty, I will continue to prove it.
I retired voluntarily.
Of course you did.
Perhaps we should dispense with the pleasantries and get down to brass tacks.
Fine.
Lights, please. We lost another agent this afternoon, bringing the total to 7 operatives in 10 days. It is our firm belief that someone is systematically eliminating our undercover agents, which leads us to believe that the clandestine operations section has been compromised. It seems we have a traitor in our midst.
Do you suspect anyone?
We suspect everyone.
7 operatives. That's over half the active list. Why weren't we informed sooner?
You're being informed now. This situation has unfolded rather abruptly.
The assassin left a lily, a regal finale to be precise, on or near the corpse of each victim. Mean anything to either of you?
Volkov.
Who?
Dmitri Volkov. The regal finale is his calling card.
The name's familiar. What do we know about him?
He's a right bastard.
Anything more specific?
Just what's in his file. born in Kamchatka in 1921. Distinguished himself as an academic prodigy and master chess player by the age of 8, by which time he'd also earned notoriety for refining various torture techniques on neighbors' pets. It seems he joined the NKVD in 37 and served as some sort of disciplinarian in a gulag near Kiev. His whereabouts during the war are unknown except for a brief mention in 43, when he was spotted by an OSS officer at Leningrad interrogating prisoners of war who would later disappear without a trace.
Ah, yes, I remember this fellow. We've had dealings with him before.
Sometime after the war, he emerged again, this time in the employ of Smersh. He's personally credited with well over 1,000 executions, spies and Soviet dissidents for the most part. In 61, a failed assassination attempt left him without an eye. He was shot in the face at close range by one of our finest agents.
You flatter me, but I shouldn't have missed.
He escaped by throwing himself off a 70-foot cliff into an icy river. It was presumed that he survived, as no body was ever recovered. In fact, rumor has it, he's currently working for an organization calling itself HARM as Director of Executive Action. I don't have to tell you what that means.
What do we know about HARM?
Unfortunately, there's very little about them in our files.
Well, despite the obvious risks, we still have a job to do. In this case, a very important one.
Wet work.
Precisely. And after this recent catastrophe, the two of you are our only available assets.
To be perfectly frank, Agent Archer, you're only getting this assignment because we've no other choice. Matters of such delicacy aren't really the sort of thing we would usually entrust to a woman. Emotional inconstancy and assassination do not make especially good bedfellows, if you take my meaning.
Implicitly. But you shouldn't be ashamed. Administration is a perfectly noble career.
I don't think I like your tone.
I believe what Agent Archer means to say, Smithy, is that she appreciates the chance, however fortuitous, to demonstrate her abilities as an operative, and that she'll endeavour not to disappoint the committee. Isn't that so, Agent Archer?
Aye.
That's not what it sounded like to me.
Enough of this. Time is of the essence. Stop by the toy shop before you go. They've some new gizmos you might find useful. Don't dally too long, though. Your flight leaves at 6 p.m.
Where are we going?
Morocco. Agent Archer, what does HARM stand for?
I haven't figured that out yet.
See if you can't find out. And be careful, both of you.
We strongly advise that you go through the training course before embarking on your first mission. There are many nuances and features you may overlook otherwise. If you prefer to skip training, just head to the exit.
Welcome to Basic Field Tactics. This course comprises several areas, each with its own lesson. You must complete each lesson in order to proceed. Now step up to the active station designated by the flashing light. Your crosshair will change to indicate an item that can be activated. Alright, now open the door to the next area. Bystanders will often speak to you if you activate them. Sometimes they will share useful information. Sometimes they just want to chat. Be sure to conceal any obvious weapon or they'll be too distressed to talk. Try activating Leon.
Well done.
Alright, now open the door door to the... If you want to skip a cutscene, simply press the space bar. Congratulations! You've completed the Basic Field Tactics course. You should now continue to the Advanced Field Tactics area, where you will receive specific instruction for your upcoming mission. Note that new simulations will be prepared for you before each mission. Welcome to Advanced Field Tactics. Keep an eye out for ammunition boxes. Each can contain various ammunition types. Once the box is empty, it will disappear. You won't have the opportunity to heal while on a mission, so you'll need to rely on body armor to protect yourself from damage. Be warned that certain types of damage will ignore armor completely though, such as that sustained from falling or running out of oxygen. Alright, now open the door to the next area. While on a mission, always keep an eye out for miscellaneous intelligence items that might be of benefit to us. Here are some of the items you should look for. The more you recover, the better your mission rating will be. Pick up these intelligence items to proceed. Alright, now open the door to the next. You may occasionally be called upon to arm or disarm explosive devices. Simply activate the device to enable or disable it as necessary. Disarm these mock explosives in order to proceed. Alright, now open the door to the next area. It's often advisable to move as quietly as possible to avoid detection. The faster you move, the louder your footsteps will be. It is therefore advisable to walk or move in a crouch when you're trying to be discreet.
Well done.
The volume of your footsteps can be modified by the material upon which you're moving. Be careful of tile, metal, and other hard surfaces. Whenever possible, favor carpet or turf. Alright, now open the door to the next area.
Wow, you're pretty light-footed.
If you're not sure what to expect around a corner, it is generally safe to step out for a moment to see what's up ahead. As long as you duck back quickly, you probably won't be spotted. Of course, the closer you are to an enemy, the more likely it is that you'll be seen, so listen for footsteps or conversation before leaving cover.
Can't you do any better than that?
Step behind the yellow line to reset the simulation. Proceed to the next course. Use your flashlight to find your way to the door. Your flashlight is an effective tool, but it can also give away your position. Try not to let enemies see the beam.
So, do you think the CT-180 will get a decent field rating?
I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you. Have you seen the commission form for that thing? They want everything that the TR-60 and TR-60 can do, all in one device. But hand me that atomic retroscopic analyzer thing.
Hello, Cate. How are you? Smithy wants me to run you through a basic firearms refresher course. The Shepherd Arms P38 9mm pistol is a rugged little automatic that was favored by Allied commandos during World War II. It features a 10-round magazine and can be fitted with a silencer. Some things to note about firearms. If the dynamic crosshair option is enabled in the menu, you can gauge your accuracy by the relative size of your crosshair. The larger it is, the worse your aim will be. The next function key is very important. With it, you can cycle through the available ammunition types for a given weapon. More importantly, it cycles through a gadget's various functions. For example, it allows you to toggle between the barrette, lockpick, and weapon modes. Learn to monitor your ammunition. Reload your weapon between firefights to make sure you don't run empty at inopportune moments. You can shoot through certain walls and objects. Of course, doing so may affect the accuracy, range, and velocity of the shot, but it's sometimes preferable to dispatch an enemy before he sees you. Keep an eye out for these materials. Be careful not to injure civilians. If you kill an innocent bystander, you will fail your mission. You will also fail if 3 or more bystanders are slain by enemy fire. If you're ever in doubt, look at your crosshair. It will change to indicate the person you're targeting is friendly. Use the holster weapon key to conceal your weapon rapidly. If your weapon is already holstered, hitting this key will draw the last weapon you had out. Let's talk about your barrette. In its default mode, it can be used as a lockpick, ideal for bypassing certain keyed padlocks. Of course, the more complicated the mechanism, the longer it will take to pick. Note that the barrette only works on padlocks with keyholes. Can also be used as a weapon by hitting the next function key. When you slash an adversary, the pressure on the blade releases a small amount of toxin into his bloodstream. Quite deadly. Change can come in very handy when you need to distract someone. Practice tossing this coin to divert the guard's attention. Try not to throw it off any high ledges.
Perhaps it is time to get sober after all.
A judicious agent doesn't leave corpses lying about, as they tend to arouse suspicion. Judging by your slight frame, you won't have much luck hauling bodies away, so we've come up with this special body-removing powder just for you. Sprinkle a bit of it on dead tissue and voila! The cadaver will vaporize almost instantly.
Suppose I just imagined it. When are you going to take me up on my dinner offer?
Perhaps if I find myself on the verge of starvation, perhaps.
All ready to go, eh? Well, have a safe mission and come back in one piece. Intelligence has discovered that the American intelligence has...
So, are you enjoying yourself yet?
Immensely.
Sure you're not bored?
I've waited nearly 4 years for this chance. I think I can endure another half hour.
Good girl. You're growing up.
What do you make of all that talk of a traitor?
It wouldn't be the first time we've had leaky plumbing. Still, it's disquieting to say the least.
It's happened before?
Once. A few years ago, we lost several undercover operatives in Istanbul. It turned out they'd been compromised by their chief's very own administrative assistant. He'd sold us out for a measly 50 quid.
50 quid?
Astonishing, isn't it? Trading men's lives for such a pittance. But spies are rarely well compensated for their treason. I wouldn't be surprised if this new mole is equally underpaid.
Well, I hope when they catch the bastard, they put a bullet right between his eyes, and maybe a boot up his arse for good measure.
You sound ready to volunteer.
I'm dangerous when I'm upset.
That's why you're always in trouble. All right. Munro's headed for the cafe. Watch for him on the second floor patio, coming from the left.
What about the targets?
Not sure yet.
Pardon me, do you have the time?
No, sir, I do not have a dime, and I don't have much use for beggars.
Not a dime, the time.
Don't get snippy with me, or I'll have you arrested.
Are you deaf?
How dare you threaten me?
Oh, never mind.
Coward!
Would you like me to call out the targets for you?
That would be lovely.
To your left, on the far balcony.
I want to go home.
But we've only been here for 2 days.
On the route to your right.
Why not?
So foreign.
To your left,
Well, it
on the
is
far
a
balcony.
foreign country.
I know that. But Canada's a foreign country, too, and isn't this foreign?
But I thought the reason you wanted to come here was that it is so different.
Yeah.
Why don't you try to relax and enjoy yourself? I'll bet you have a lot of fun if you just stop worrying.
Think so?
Sure.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Where's
Let's
that
walk down to
dime?
the Medina and see some sights.
Okay.
Straight ahead, to the right of the tower. To your left, on the far balcony. Straight ahead, to the right of the tower. To your left, on the far balcony. On your left, coming out the door on the nearest balcony. Coming out the front door of the hotel. On your right, street level. From down the street on your left.
Derelict! There must be a hole in my pocket.
From down the street on your left. From down the street on your left. On your right, street level. From down the street on your left. From down the street on your left. I'll cover him for the next stretch. Get to apartment 12 and wait for my signal. Oh, and make sure to conceal your weapon, or you'll cause a commotion.
I heard he plans to marry the American girl.
You mean the girl who refuses to wear shoes?
Yes, her.
I wonder if all American girls despise shoes. It seems very strange, but America is a strange country.
She may be crazy, but she is attractive.
Ah, but you're invariably attracted to crazy women.
All women are crazy.
Shh, not so loud.
I'm in position.
Good. He's almost there. Here he comes. Get ready. Heading toward you. Watch for him to pass in front of the right window.
You just lost yourself a customer!
This guy is too much.
Second story window, far right.
Not again! Where are you, you pesky little
On your
dime?
right, coming around the building.
I'd better find it quickly
Heading
before
toward
the
you.
thieves
Watch
swoop
for him
in
to pass
like
in front of the right
vultures.
window. Second story window, on your left. Second story window, on your left. On your left, coming around the building. Second story window, near right. Second story window, far right. Excellent shooting.
You don't have to tell me that. I was standing right here.
A little humility might suit you.
I'm teasing. We make a pretty good team.
Damn, they must have spotted you. There's a group of thugs heading your way.
How many?
Looks like 6 of them. Can you handle it?
Of course I can. I'll meet you at the hotel in an hour.
All right. Take care of yourself.
First, I'm going to take care of some evildoers.
Keep your men out of sight. We don't want to spoil our trap, do we?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir. I mean, yes to the first part and no to the second part, sir.
Shut up. Just do as I say, you idiot.
You look like you need a monkey. Excuse me. I have a very fine monkey for you. Only $20 American. Sorry, I don't want a monkey.
Did everybody down low?
Mon Dieu, what pigs these people are!
Who is here? I must be seeing things.
What sort of getaway did you have in mind?
Something quiet and romantic. It's for our end.
Who is it? Have the upper hand! You do not move! Hello?
Any sign of her yet?
I suggest give her to me. Bullets are not my favorite! Bullets are not my favorite! Look out for the bullets!
Late, as usual. I was beginning to worry.
You always worry.
Can you blame me? You're like an errant child.
And you're like a fussy aunt.
You could at least leave my gender intact.
A fussy uncle, then.
Thank you.
I'm having fun.
I can see that. But don't get reckless. We're not out of danger yet.
I know, this place is crawling with thugs.
Damn! How did they find us? We've been betrayed. It's the only explanation.
Are you sure you weren't followed?
Yes, positive.
If they know about the hotel, they'll probably be waiting for us at the coast.
We'll have to risk it. If we aren't aboard the Abigail when she sails, we'll have to get out of Morocco on our own.
Or you could stay here. Permanently.
Volkov! Get down, foolish girl!
I have dreamed about this day for 6 years.
Bruno!
I only regret I do not have time to make your demise more eventful.
After him.
This is all my fault. If you hadn't been worrying about me, he never would have got the drop on you.
Silly girl. Worrying about you is all I have left.
Don't say that.
I've always had plenty to die for. You've given me something to live for.
Then live.
In your memory, perhaps.
Bruno!
The girl's in the lobby. Kill her!
But why didn't you kill her, Mr. Volkov?
I meant to, but my hunger for revenge distracted me. Let that be a lesson not to be ruled by your emotions.
Excellent advice, sir. Well, I'll go shoot her now.
Make sure there are no witnesses.
You mean we should kill everybody?
First, kill everybody. Then, destroy the hotel. Let our enemies search the rubble for answers. They shall find none.
Who is here?
Thank you. You can't hide from me, Volkov. I'll find you wherever you go.
Kill her, you incompetent fools!
Do not like getting shot at. Get back here! Come on! Stay where you are! Do not move! Get back here! Come out! Who is there? Maybe I'm hearing things. Ollie, ollie, oxen free! Come out wherever you are. Who is there? Hello? Who is there? There must be some. getting shot! Ah! So stay where you are, do not move. Huh? Who are you?
Good afternoon.
You're wasting your time. I won't talk. I have been trained to resist all forms of torture.
We'll see about that.
Do your worst.
I'm going to ask you nicely. Where can I find Volkov?
Nice try, but I'll tell you nothing. Ruthless woman.
Have you had enough?
Yes, thank you. But I still won't talk.
This is your last chance, laddie. Tell me where I can find Volkov. I won't ask again.
You won't find out from me.
You don't even know where he is, do you?
Yes, I do.
What was I thinking? Why would Dmitri Volkov tell a lackey like you where he was going?
Dmitri and I are very close. Very close.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't appreciate being called a lackey. I work very hard. It's not easy being a criminal, you know. There's a great deal of pressure.
Goodbye.
Wait, don't go. I don't know where Volkov is, but I do have something you may be interested in.
It should only take about 15 minutes to get to the airport. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Excuse me? Not on your life, you scoundrel! I'm an American citizen! We have morals in America!
I don't understand what you're talking about.
This is unbearable! Pull over this instant! I'd rather walk to the airport than listen to this filth!
I thought this was supposed to be a civilized country!
No sign of her. Are you sure she's coming?
She'll be here. If she gets away, I will kill any man she leaves alive. Am I understood?
Explicitly. must be seeing things.
Who is it?
Hello? Hey!
What?
Don't be... Don't be apprehensive! This is the end for you! Who is here? Who is here?
There's a ship out there.
That must be for you. Just giving up. Are you okay? Who is it?
Get everybody down low!
No, please!
We will meet again, Miss Archer.
Needless to say, the Morocco assignment was an unmitigated disaster. Report to the war room for debriefing, and try to control your temper.
Well, I think we can classify Morocco as a complete disaster. I knew we were asking for trouble, sending a woman and a fossil like Lowry on an assignment like this.
Let's not rush to judgment, shall we?
Rush to judgment? I think the facts speak plainly enough. Ambassador Monroe is dead, and we lost another operative, albeit one who should have been put out to pasture long ago. And all we have to show for it are a belligerent, overeducated captive who knows nothing of use, and Ms. Archer here, who has demonstrated an alarming lack of competence in the field.
I'd like to remind you that Volkov was lying in wait. Someone betrayed us.
Indeed, and it seems that someone may have been your charming mentor.
Bruno? What are you talking about?
The evidence is largely circumstantial, but it is nonetheless compelling.
That's crazy.
In light of information unearthed during our investigation in Morocco, we now believe that Agent Lowry, Bruno, was in league with these harm chaps.
But Volkov shot him.
Perhaps to silence him. Or perhaps Lowry was demanding too much in exchange for his treachery.
Alleged treachery. Lowry was a personal friend and one of our best agents. Unless he is proven guilty, he deserves to be honored, not slandered.
In any case, it seems reasonable to assume that you weren't meant to escape, Miss Archer.
Bruno was not a traitor.
Can you be sure? Every man has his price, every woman too, I expect. When a man reaches the end of his career, it's only natural that he begins to worry about the future. I suppose some men of adaptable moral constitution even find it in themselves to resort to treason.
What's your price, Mr. Smith?
What are you insinuating?
Merely that if Bruno were capable of treason, then so are we all.
Enough! It is neither our prerogative nor our intent to judge Agent Lowry at this juncture. We will continue our investigation until we discover the truth. In the meantime, Archer, we must call upon you for another assignment.
Although we call upon you reluctantly, I assure you.
We've been contacted by an East German biophysicist named Dr. Otto Schenker, who wishes to defect to the West with our assistance. We know that Dr. Schenker is working on a secret Soviet weapons program, although the precise nature of his research remains a mystery to us. He has promised detailed information on the program in exchange for his freedom. It hardly seems necessary to underscore the great importance of this mission. We've had a devil of a time recruiting reliable spies in Berlin. It seems the Stasi have ears to every keyhole in East Germany.
Which is why we're taking extra precautions.
What sort of extra precautions?
It's what we call a domino effect exchange. You'll meet with a series of contacts, each of whom will provide a piece of the puzzle, so to speak. Because the contacts don't know about each other or your mission, the vague information they possess will be meaningless to them, and, by extension, to the Stasi, should they get their hands on it.
Perfect.
We've also arranged a diversion to help cover your escape. Our man on the inside, Werner von Haupt, will place explosive charges at several locations in the record storage area. You'll need to locate these charges and set the timers. We also require that you infiltrate the main library and photograph certain sensitive documents pertaining to Dr. Schenker's research, in case he's not as forthcoming as he's promised to be. Von Haupt will present you with a disguise that should get you inside the test facility where Dr. Schenker will be working. Locate the doctor and get him out.
Keep in mind that if this mission should succeed, we will have struck a mighty blow to the Soviets. We're counting on you, Archer.
I won't let you down.
Well, you can hardly botch this job as badly as Morocco.
You might want to stop by the training facility and test out the new gadgets the toy makers have prepared for you.
Advanced Field Tactics. What appears to be a stylish pair of women's sunglasses is actually a multiple exposure spy camera with an adjustable zoom. Simply put them on, orient the viewfinder, and snap a shot. Remember that you can zoom in for a closer look at a distant target. Take a picture of this intelligence item with your sunglasses. Alright, now open the door to the next area. Unfortunately, this cigarette lighter is just an ordinary run-of-the-mill cigarette lighter. Still, it can be useful for providing light, starting fires, or lighting cigarettes. Use your cigarette lighter to light this piece of paper on fire. Alright, now open the door to the next area. These relatively inconspicuous-looking lipsticks are actually powerful explosive devices that detonate on impact. Accustom yourself to the weight and explosion radius, and try not to blow yourself to smithereens. Important things to know about security cameras. First, as tempting as it may be, don't destroy them if you can help it. Whoever is monitoring the security system is likely to send someone to investigate or even sound an alarm if any of the cameras goes out. Instead, try to avoid them altogether. If the light on a camera starts flashing, it means you've been detected and the camera is attempting to focus on you. Duck out of sight before you're identified as a threat. If you're close enough to the camera, you'll actually hear it focusing. Listen for it to resume scanning before stepping back into view. Finally, make sure not to leave any bodies lying in view of a camera. That's just as bad as being spotted. Alright, now open the door to the next area.
Done.
Searchlights are also best avoided. Shooting them out will likely cause every bit as much commotion as being caught in the beam. Figure out their movement patterns before attempting to bypass them. Alright, now open the door to the next area.
Excellent.
Excellent.
We've been contacted by Dr. Otto Schenker, an East German
Guten Abend, Fräulein. Do you make love to strangers?
Certainly not.
Then allow me to introduce myself.
Why not just introduce yourself to a police officer and spare me the trouble?
Who makes up these ghastly code phrases anyway?
Someone in the cryptography department. Someone in need of a girlfriend, apparently. What do you have for me?
Just this. The entrance is hidden.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Hello.
Are you free tonight, or will it cost me?
More than you can afford.
Why must I be made to say such idiotic things?
Never mind that. Just tell me what you have.
I was told to say, in the basement.
Thank you.
Tell the person who wrote the code phrase to grow up.
I don't want to talk to you.
Leave me alone.
Want to come in for a game of Twister?
I'd rather run over you with my car.
These code phrases have a somewhat confessional tone to them, don't you think?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Nobody's home. Go away.
It says of the library.
You are the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Can you cook and clean too?
No, but I can put you in the hospital if you want. Maybe you can find someone to take care of you there. Maybe.
What sort of imbecile says things like this?
I'm afraid to find out.
By the way, I am supposed to tell you this. Behind the shelf.
Thanks.
Please don't think that I enjoyed saying those things to you. Even though the words were not mine, I am so disgusted with myself that I must return home and wash myself with soap.
Don't worry about it.
You are a kind young woman. I wish you luck.
The entrance is hidden in the basement of the library behind the shelf.
What are you doing here?
I found this money on the ground outside. I thought it might be yours.
Ausgezeichnet. Go quickly. Do not get caught. Did she really say that to you?
Yeah, can you believe it?
So what did you do?
What do you think I did?
I know what I would have done.
Then you have your answer.
So, how was she?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
I thought you said you
You know. What? I didn't say that. What did you say? Why do you even have to ask? I didn't think I had to ask, but I guess I was wrong. You should get your mind out of the gutter. Get zum Teufel!
That's rude!
Listen here.
Did you hear what happened to Dieter?
still have work to do. still have work to do. You still have work to do. Care for a light?
Danke. I seem to have lost my phone number. Can I have yours?
I'm in the book. Just look under police department.
You're late.
I'm not interested in complaints. What do you have for me?
Here, take this visitor ID card. It identifies you as the Commandant's niece, Hannah. It will get you past the front desk, then you're on your own. The staff should ignore you, but watch out for guards and security cameras. They won't be fooled by your disguise. A piece of advice. In our trade, it pays to be courteous to one's allies. Good luck, Agent Archer.
This isn't going to be easy. Fortunately.
Want anything to drink?
Sure.
What do you want?
Very funny.
I have to...
You cannot hide anywhere.
I can smell you. Come out.
I still have work to do. You must be Dr. Schenker.
Who are you?
We'll have time for introductions later. Our first priority is to get out of here.
They sent a woman to liberate me? Mein Gott im Himmel.
You can lodge a formal complaint the minute we set foot on Western soil. In the meantime, can we go?
This was not part of the arrangement.
She is here!
Excuse me for a moment, Doctor. As I was saying, perhaps we should go.
It seems I have no choice. Ein Moment, bitte, my wife.
Show yourself.
Alarm! Alarm!
Good girl.
During the flight to London, attempt to learn as much as possible from Dr. Schenker about his research. Schenker is a notoriously cautious man, so direct questions are not advised. He is also reported to have little tolerance for skeptics. Try to keep an open mind.
This is your captain speaking. We have reached a cruising altitude of 24,000 feet and will soon be leaving German airspace. I've turned off the seatbelt and no smoking signs. Feel free to move about the cabin. We'll be arriving in London at approximately 6:15 3:15 p.m. local time. The temperature is currently 25 degrees centigrade with clear skies. I think we can expect a lovely, relaxing flight.
What about your wife? Will she be joining you in England?
Sie ist tot. For 2 Jahre. Pardon me, I must get used to speaking English. My wife died 2 years ago.
My condolences, Doctor. I wasn't aware. There's no mention of her demise in our files.
It was not made public. There was an accident at the laboratory during an experiment. She was killed. You are familiar with my line of research?
No, but it must be fascinating.
Quite so. I was the head of the Biological Explosives Research Team.
Biological explosives? Sounds rather outlandish, frankly.
Perhaps, but also very real and very dangerous. Imagine an undetectable chemical reagent which can be injected into a living host. The reagent causes a reaction in the organism that culminates in a massive explosion that feeds on organic material. In other words, the effective range of the weapon is dictated by the amount of catalyst in the reagent and the population density at ground zero. In a city, the death toll could be tens of thousands. The speed of the reaction can be controlled with great accuracy by the chemical composition of the reagent.
Human time bombs.
Quite so.
How is such a thing possible?
I spent many years trying to answer that very question. Perhaps you'd care to read an article I've been preparing on the subject. It's rather fundamental, but it will give you a foundation for understanding the larger issues.
I'm deeply honored.
Don't mention it. I feel it is my duty to reward open-mindedness and imagination whenever the opportunity arises. You would make a fine pupil. By the way, I never thanked you. I'm sorry I doubted your competence.
Apology accepted.
We are in position.
You know what to do, Sonny.
Yes, sir. Initiating docking procedure and jamming our communications.
Get up, laddies. We're going aboard.
Was ist los?
I'm not sure. Stay here while I investigate. Keep this door locked.
Over with.
This food is terrible. Stop concealing yourself. This is
So much for a lovely, relaxing flight.
Sleep tight, lassie.
You're not going to kill her? What if she wakes up?
Now look here, you. I'm not going to butcher a fellow countryman without a specific grudge. If she wakes up, she can fend for herself. If she dies, then she ain't really a Scot, so I won't feel bad. Now, go get that doctor fella and do a final sweep. Take anything that looks important. Papers, files, whiskey, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Something's not right. Alright, let's go.
But some of our men are still aboard.
Listen to you crying like a wee girl. They'll have to make do, won't they?
Look out!
There aren't any more parachutes!
That's just grand.
Well, that's unexpected. Make sure she doesn't land on her feet.
Please be full of hay! Please be full of hay!
She's a credit to her people.
Congratulations! You have failed again. Although the circumstances were certainly extraordinary in this case, don't expect much sympathy from command. Unity cannot afford failures, however justifiable.